My apartment's a mess, and we all know what that means. Up here is also a mess, so let's fix that. One thing I've learned about me is that when my place looks like a full mess, I am not okay. And it shows up in really small ways, but those small ways add up. So technically it ends up showing up in a big way. I just take a while to realize what's happening. This has probably been happening for the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But again, slowly in a way where I'm not catching on to it yet. So I'm thinking that everything's okay, that I'm just having some really slow days, some exhaustion, you know, maybe burnout, which it could very much also be a combination of that. And I just feel like, honestly, I need a refresh. Even though, oh, I found one of your toys. Munchkin! She's obsessed with these things. It's over there. I don't think you guys can see her. But that actually was the push that I needed to do this right now. Not only did I need to come up with a YouTube video, I mean, I have a couple of YouTube video ideas that I could have done today, but because I couldn't find any of her 4 coil toys, I knew that I needed to do something. I knew I live in a studio apartment. There's no way that her toys are missing. And I checked under the stove. That's the only other crevice it could go under. And it's just because there's so much crap everywhere, and it's not as bad as it could be. I know that, you know, hoarders exist, and I know that it absolutely can be worse, but this is too much for me, for my brain. My brain likes order, my brain likes structure, but when life kind of starts to control me in a way where things just seem overpowering and I just can't get the hang of anything, it starts to show up in me not taking care of things, me like thinking about a lot but not doing enough. That's not my vibe. That's not the vibe I'm going for. That's not the vibe I ever want people to know me as. Granted, I'm allowed to have human moments, which is why I'm not punishing myself right now. All I'm doing is making sure I freaking do it. That's where I'm at, because I'm thinking about it. I had a plan to do a bunch of things today, but you know what? None of those things are going to get done if I don't figure this out first. So this became my YouTube video, and this became my task for the day. And this task is a very big task because we're gonna tackle this area, which is the bedroom / living room. We're gonna tackle the kitchen, and we're gonna tackle my closet and my desk. But my desk is gonna be really easy. But my closet, because that is something that has been weighing on me for some time now. The things that I haven't been able to get to, I've just been putting in the closet. So we're gonna do that. Hi, baby. Where'd you put it? Haven says hi! As I'm doing this, I am realizing I have some ideas about some decor that I'd love to do to brighten up my space, make it more exciting, romanticize things. I know that when I first moved in here, the idea was to make it jungle-like, nature, you know, be surrounded by nature and stuff like that, which I can do. The only difference is I was going to, I don't know if you can see them. No, you can't really see them, but I have some vines up here. You'll see them at some point, I'm sure. But I have some vines up here, and I was gonna put them all over my place because I didn't have a cat at the time. But now that I have a cat and she has taken an interest in the vines, next, you know, fix to that, because I would love to still create that look. My mom told me, and I know this because I have them, I just have smaller ones, but my mom had reminded me that wall decals exist where you can put them on the walls and peel them off and it would not do damage. So I am looking into investing in some very nice nature-esque, colorful stuff to put on the walls to brighten this up, because I live in a white apartment and white still gives me very hospital-like vibes. It's very nice and clean, but I feel like it's washing out my motivation, my desire, my excitement for things. And I'm very grateful to have this apartment, very grateful to be able to live here, very grateful for my neighbors, for my, building manager, just very, very grateful to have a home for me in Haven. And I don't know, I just want to enjoy it every day. And there are just some days where I definitely don't feel like doing anything, or I just don't feel excited about things, and I need to change it. And so we're gonna invest in some decals. I need some excitement, I need some fun, I want to romanticize everything that I possibly can, because life is meant to be lived, and whatever I can do to help me live it at my fullest and remind myself that being here is a blessing, and I just need to take advantage of the time that I have. So this is one way that I'm gonna try to do it. These are from the Dollar Tree. I was gonna do something fun with these, but I wanted to glue these onto my ribbons that are on my cabinets, because I'm decorating my cabinets to bring light into the kitchen. I really loved what I did around the holidays, and so I just wanted to do a non-holiday one so that I could have this for the rest of the time until the holidays come back up and I just switch back out. And sunflowers really brighten up a room. Gorgeous. Look at that, already brightening up the room. I should probably wash this, but it's okay, this is good for now. I don't know where to put you though. At me like I left you for hours. Yeah. How did it get like this? You know when you go on Amazon and you have all these ideas and you just save everything but do nothing about it? So I was piling this all up with ideas of organization from Dollar Tree, from Amazon. I haven't gotten any of those items yet. There is something in here. There's these like 2-tier shelf things that I'm sure I could find some use for it. It's just gotten worse and worse over time. Why do I have these? Around the holidays, I send cards to soldiers and sick children who may have to celebrate the holidays not with family, or in a hospital, or across the country. Not even across well, maybe across the country, but maybe in another country, because they're stationed somewhere other than where their family would be celebrating the holidays. So I like to send love and well wishes and, let them know that there are heroes, both the children and the soldiers, because they are heroes. And I want them to know that, sometimes they just need a reminder to keep going, that, they're thought of and they are loved and they are cared about and all that beautiful stuff. So I use these because I send about 100 to soldiers and 100 to the children's hospital, and then they disperse them. Even though I'm probably either a fourth or a third of the way done with my apartment today, as far as cleaning goes, I feel so much better. What is this? Oh! Damn, I have the property ID number now. I didn't know. See what happens when you clean? You find things that are important. I'm not yelling at you, I'm yelling at myself. You just happen to be here to hear it. It is now getting darker. It's about 6:45, I think. Maybe even 7. It's still light out, which is awesome. That's the one thing I love about when the seasons change. Your day feels longer. It feels like you have more time, and I love that. But I needed a break. I haven't really eaten anything today. Because when I become obsessed with something, I really become obsessed with it. So this is what I've been doing since 1 o'clock. Man, I do feel a lot lighter. Alright, the boredom jar is making a decision for me because sometimes I have a lot of problems deciding what to do because I think of the things and then I think of the reasons not to do it. Somebody takes the decision making out of it for me. I'll listen. I'll just do it. I'll give you an example. Say I have an hour to spare and I want to do something for that hour. Let me shake it up because I just picked one from the top and I don't want to do that. Say I have time, right? Okay. I go to my boredom jar. I pick this up. And what does it say? It says clean the apartment. No way. Well, I am. You can't tell me that wasn't divine timing. You cannot tell me. That was the message. So basically what I'm already doing is what I should be doing right now. Let's just start from scratch. I would like to refold everything here, prepare things for some changes in my closet. People have been talking about the baby velvet hangers so that your clothes are non-slip and it doesn't take up as much room because they're very, very thin. And what I'm also thinking of doing is adding a, what is it called? A hanging extender rod. So basically the rods that I have in here, but a hanging one so that it kind of looks like how it looks at a store where you'll have like the top, you know, clothes and then you'll have the bottom clothes. That's kind of what I'm looking to do.
Later.
This is a completely different day. My life has been a mess, let me tell you. But it's okay. It's a good mess though, because we're getting things together. We had a couple of lazy days. We had a couple of days where life just did not make sense and we could just not go on. Let me show you everything that we were able to do. So this right here, don't mind stuff that doesn't matter like over there. These are the clothes that we have decided to donate. And these are the shoes, the sneakers, the flip-flop, well not even flip-flops, but the sneakers. That is my old shower liner that I will be throwing away. These 3 were clothing. This was bikinis. This used to be underwear and socks, and this used to be my regular bras and like sports bras. But now I've turned it into, that has nothing in it. This now has become my hobbies. And then this is where I have my self-tape stuff, which I kind of love that it's accessible right here because I had it in my closet and it was a whole mess in the closet. One of the things that we had worked on was my desk. That was a pretty easy task though. It didn't take me very long, but let me kind of show you what the final product is. And I say final because there's a couple of items on here that are only on here temporarily. So we'll get into it. So this is a temporary item that's gonna go in my gym bag because those are my gym headphones, and then my portable charger, and then lotion. This is kind of what it's looking like. Cute, very simple. This is much more organized, which I am very, very happy about. And these don't move because I put the adhesive circles so that it would not move anymore. Loving the sunflowers. I think it definitely does brighten up the area a little bit. This is my weekly to-do. If you remember, my closet was a whole mess. It's still a little bit of a mess, but definitely not as bad if you can see the vision. Okay, so here's the reveal, but it's not a final reveal. Please keep that in mind. So it looks nice. I had more room to be able to put heels up here. My New Balances would be going right there. And I found other ways to fold. I folded the sweaters a certain way because they said that there's a specific way. I have 2 pairs of pants to a hanger. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the baby velvet hangers and we're gonna put the pants on there and it'll be 1 pair. Another addition that we're gonna do is a hanging extender rod that will be hanging from that rod and going down. And why I need that is because of this. Like, I have so many empty hangers now because I've gotten rid of so much stuff and I became so much more organized. I'm using this for that currently. Probably won't continue to use that. I'll probably figure something else out. Now I have a new space for my hamper. Are you in my hamper? Yeah, you are. What I am thinking though is to have 2 small, well, like 2 separate hampers, one for lights, one for darks, kind of thing. I don't know. I know this took me a long time, but I feel good. And I know it's not done, but I feel good. Now we're gonna go into my drawers. This was a process, but I was very, very proud of it. Super duper organized. This is a lone sock that I found, but it is what it is. Doing the file folding, and I'm only doing that because I wanted to keep them separated until I got drawer dividers. So I could still use some of these items for set and stuff, and I don't want to let go of some items until I have items to replace it. And then these are like my gym clothes or lounge clothes, mostly gym clothes, but some of the items I use for lounge. And then these are like my graphic tees or shirts that I can use for the gym or doing deliveries. And that is pretty much how far I've gotten so far in this reorganizing, fixing my life type of video situation process. I know it doesn't seem like much, but for me, that was a lot. And it actually made a really big difference. I'm not gonna lie, the couch got messy again, but it's because I was doing more organizing and I used the couch as my way to organize. So it happened. I'm sorry. Once I get those hangers and all that stuff, it'll be over for the lazy version of myself. For the unorganized version of myself, because man, my brain has been all over the place and I haven't been happy with the way it's showing out here. Welcome to the journey. It is a journey. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I am gonna be real and honest with you guys. There are some days that I am just not okay, or I'm not feeling 100% myself and I can't really give 100%. Some days you give 10%, some days you give 150. It's been a lot of 50% or less lately. Sometimes you just need a mental break. Today was a really, really productive day, so I feel like I made up for some of that. Thank you guys for being here and a part of this journey, the ups and the downs and the in-betweens, because there's definitely a lot of those too. Until next time, stay beautiful and stay kind. Bye. What are you doing?